excitement from here, Brittany.
Pedro, I'm just happy that you're happy.
Yeah.
You can just feel a better mood in the studio this morning. But this morning we are getting out to a chilly start, but get ready for a warmer afternoon with highs in the 70s. The 80s return this weekend, but it feels like fall as soon as you step outside. It's 56 in Central Park. Still watching some temperatures in the 30s. It's 38 in Montgomery, Forestburg 37, Sussex 40, Nyack up to 51, and also Stamford 51 degrees. For the rest of the tri-state, Morristown 39 and 47 in Belmar. Skies are mostly clear, just looking at a few patchy thin clouds, and that will be the scene lasting throughout this afternoon. So mostly sunny. Temperatures quickly warming up to near 72 degrees. But look at this weekend, 82 Saturday and Sunday, plenty of sunshine and a light breeze out of the southeast ranging from 6 to 12 miles per hour. Heather?
Well, that is perfection. And you know the Yankees won because Brittany and I were wearing pinstripes yesterday.
Exactly.
Only because of that, not because of the way they played. Cross Bronx West at the Bronx River Parkway. You can see we have a lot of activity here because of a crash. Then you have this accident on the LIE east of exit 72. This is out in Suffolk County in Carrollton. This is an accident. All lanes are shut down there. Then Portion Road West from Smith Road to Bayberry Road. That is an accident where all lanes are closed down. Then you have the Northern State Parkway, ongoing construction west of Wolf Hill Road. You can see the barricades are up there, so all lanes are closed. Weekend path alert. Service between Harrison and Journal Square suspended on weekends through November. Free shuttle buses provided between Harrison, Journal Square, Newark Penn, and Journal Square. An alternate side of the street parking rules are back in effect. Charlene, over to you.
All right, thanks so much, Heather and Brittany.
It was tough to hear that because you have all these stories that we see with airplanes, involving airplanes.
And it seems like we just keep reporting them more and more often, but to see that damage to the planes, it's like really jarring.
Something else.
Yeah.
Brittany, with our forecast today, I just wore a t-shirt, not the smartest thing to do. At least right now.
Well, yeah.
I like walk out the house in a t-shirt. I'm like, oh, it's actually a little cold out here.
Yeah.
But the t-shirt will work this afternoon.
For later.
Yeah, later, because temperature is in the 70s, so it's all about layers today. A jacket is needed this morning, but you can shed the jacket this afternoon. Highs in the 70s. This weekend, we climb to the 80s. 56 in Central Park. Northeast winds near 2 miles per hour. Down to 39 in Morristown, 38 in Montgomery, 42 in Poughkeepsie. Look at Toms River, the upper 30s, and 48 in Islip. Skies are mostly clear, just looking at a few patchy high clouds, and that will be the scene all day. Plenty of sunshine, all thanks to high pressure, keeping things nice and dry. So that's our main weather maker heading into the weekend. As high pressure starts to shift farther south and east, we tap more so into southwest flow, and that is what's going to bring us warmer temperatures. So we climb into the lower 80s this weekend. Those numbers are about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. We also kick off early next week with highs in the upper 70s and the lower 80s Monday and Tuesday. But Tuesday night into Wednesday, get ready for some changes. We'll see some much needed rainfall coming, all thanks to this approaching cold front. So most of the rain comes in Tuesday night throughout Wednesday, and looks like we dry out Thursday, also cooling down Thursday to temperatures down in the 60s. In the tropics, all the hurricanes continue to fizzle out, but we're still watching a actual area of disturbance near the Bahamas that has a low chance, a 10% chance of developing into a tropical system. Bottom line, just likely bringing some extra rainfall to Florida this weekend. Farther out to sea, another disturbance that has a 30% chance of development as it moves across the Atlantic. So we have plenty of time to watch and plenty of time to track. For us, a chilly start, but warming up nicely this afternoon with temperatures in the 70s, 72, sunshine in areas of high clouds. A pleasant day, southwest winds ranging from 7 to 14 miles per hour. So a refreshing breeze. Tonight, down to 58, mostly clear and cool. The 40s north and west of the city. And looking ahead to tomorrow, jumping to a high of 82, warmer with plenty of sunshine. So we'll continue to see a lot of sun on tap heading throughout the rest of this weekend. On Sunday, 82. Looking ahead to Monday, still in the lower 80s and 80 again on Tuesday. But some changes Tuesday night, a chance for some showers. We'll see scattered rainfall Wednesday. Cooler temperatures down to 70 and down to 65 on Thursday with breezy conditions. Heather?
All right, Brittany, let's take a look at what's happening at the Holland Tunnel. As you go to the outbound side, we understand that there is a crash. crash and that the left lane is open, and that's the only lane that's open heading back over into New Jersey. Now, this is how the Lincoln Tunnel is looking. So if you want to go to the Lincoln Tunnel, that is open for business. No major issues to report. Now, we're also looking at the George Washington Bridge. As you can see, as you go inbound, no major issues. Getting into the upper level, lower level, also very good. No major problems there. We'll just take that shot full for you so you can see it once again how nicely the inbound side of the George Washington Bridge is moving. And then we do have this commuter alert as you go onto the LIE east of exit 72. We do have all lanes closed down. That's because of a crash. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect. Pedro and Charlene, over to you.
Heather and Brittany, thank you for.
Good morning. It's Friday, October 3rd.
Happy campers this morning.
Yeah.
Look up the video. I never doubted them once, not a single time. I always knew the Yankees were going to win.
And you
I was
can look up
optimistic
the
as
video.
ever.
Yeah.
The most optimistic.
There is
And then
video.
it was Brittany and I with the
pinstripes.
It was,
Yeah.
That's what did it.
Yes.
It was the pinstripes.
Yeah.
Cam Schlittler woke up and he saw you. You know, he's like, "You
Yeah.
guys are repping the team. I gotta show out."
And that's why they won.
So thank you,
ladies.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
I thought that this morning. I was like, it's definitely because you guys were.
Yeah, that was it. That's
So
all
that's
we
why
need to do.
Charlene wore her Red Sox red today.
No, it's Rutgers red. That's
No,
Oh, Rutgers
it's
red.
Rutgers red. There we go.
Scarlet Knights, baby.
No, it was beautiful at the stadium last night. I would imagine a little chilly, but they brought a lot of heat on the mound.
Oh, yes, fantastic.
Ooh,
And
I like that. Yeah, that was
transition.
good.
I
That
felt
was really
one.
good.
That was a home run
Thank you,
transition.
thank you.
Ooh, there you go.
Hit it out of
He's
the
going to be able to walk out of this studio after we're done with it.
Good vibes, people. Good vibes.
Great vibes this weekend, too, if you like temperatures in the 80s. So get ready for 82 Saturday and Sunday. But this morning, it's still chilly, so layers are key. We're in the 40s and the 50s, the 30s in some spots, but in Central Park, it's 55. Skies are mostly clear. Hanover, you're down to 39, very close to the upper 30s in Sussex and Flanders and Bridgewater, 41. Also Newark up to 55, and the same in Ozone Park. Poughkeepsie, 39 and 48 in Islip. Skies are mostly clear. Light winds out of the west near 2 to 4 miles per hour. And we'll see plenty of sunshine with a few patchy clouds mixing in, reaching a pleasant high temperature of 72. And look at this weekend, mostly sunny with highs in the lower 80s and comfortable humidity. Heather?
And we'll look at Calverton in Suffolk County on the LIE going eastbound. We have this accident that is being cleared away. I'm not seeing a lot of police activity. Northern State Parkway going onto the westbound side at Wolf Hill Road. There is still construction there, but nothing serious. It looks like they did move those barricades out of the way. So I do see some cars getting through the area now. Holland Tunnel going outbound. This is where we have a commuter alert. We did have a crash. The left lane is open, which means we only have one lane open getting into the tunnel as a result of that. We did have the tunnel completely reopened this morning, but you can see there is a little bit of a backup there on the side street. You can go to the Lincoln Tunnel. I'm seeing some cars lining up here, but nothing serious going on at the Lincoln Tunnel, and street cleaning rules are in effect. Charlene and Pedro, over.
Heather, thank you. I saw one of her songs. There's some lyrics in there that are pretty.
That's what
Pretty
our
test-
director Shuvi was telling
We were
me.
talking about that
Pretty interesting
this
stuff.
morning. That because my little girls.
Because little girls listening to this.
Obsessed.
Well,
They're
yeah,
obsessed.
just know what songs to skip.
Well, that's where parenting comes in, right? There's certain
Parenting.
songs.
Exactly.
But it does show maybe this album is her range. That she can appeal to a bunch of
Yeah.
different. I don't know.
She's grown.
Good for her. Good for her.
This is true. This is the evolution.
She's an adult.
We're going through an evolution in our weather. It was like cold, and we're back into fall, and now it's
But then it
gonna
gets
feel like summer.
it kind of got warm yesterday, and I was very
Yes.
surprised.
Even
the
warmer
afternoon.
today.
Look at
the
that.
70s today and the 80s this weekend. And the best part about this weekend is the humidity stays low, so it's still going to be comfortable all across the tri-state. This morning, we still have that fall-like feel with temperatures in the 40s and the 50s, even the 30s, but shaping up to be a fantastic Friday. It's 55 in Central Park, northeast winds near 2 miles per hour. Montgomery, you're still in the 30s, 37, 39 in Poughkeepsie and Morristown, 38 38 in Toms River, and 39 too in East Hampton, Islip 48, and 50 in Bridgeport. So I mentioned dew points. We are very dry this morning with those numbers in the 30s and the 40s. We only climbed to the 40s and the 50s this weekend, so we stay comfortable despite temperatures warming up into the lower 80s. Skies are mostly clear, just watching a few patchy clouds here and there, and that will be the scene all day. A mixture of sunshine and clouds. High pressure, that is keeping us nice and dry. And we're seeing more of the same all up and down the East Coast after a cloudy start to the week. So high pressure will continue to move south and east, and that will put us more so in southwest flow. And that is what's going to bring us warmer temperatures, running at least 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. No major changes on Monday, still in the 80s, and we hover near 80 on Tuesday. But Tuesday, this cold front approaches. That could bring us a shower as early as Tuesday night, but it looks like we'll see most of the rain Tuesday night into Wednesday. And Wednesday, temperatures drop down into the upper 60s and the lower 70s. The rain is needed. So the price to pay for this dry stretch is that drought conditions just really aren't improving. The drought monitor was updated yesterday morning, and it's still abnormally dry across the Catskills, the Hudson Valley, Long Island, and most of New Jersey. And a moderate drought continues for the boroughs, also north and central New Jersey. So we do need some measurable rain soon. We also ended September with a rainfall deficit. In the tropics, we are watching an area of low pressure near Miami that has a very low chance of becoming a tropical system. Farther out to sea, a tropical wave off the coast of Africa has a 30% chance of developing into a tropical depression as it moves across the Atlantic. But we have plenty of time to track and some time still left in hurricane season. So after a chilly start, just a really nice afternoon, a high of 72, mostly sunny, southwest winds ranging from 7 to 14 miles per hour. Mostly clear and cool, the 40s well north and west, 58, and tomorrow hitting 82, plenty of sunshine, just a copy and paste situation when it comes to Sunday, and Monday up to 82 once again. Now Tuesday near 80, but Tuesday night, that's when we'll see some changes. A cold front brings in a chance for showers, so Wednesday could be wet and cloudy. Temperatures near 70 on Wednesday, and Thursday breezy and cool with a high of 65. So Heather, this time yesterday it was fairly quiet because of the holiday. How are things shaping up this morning?
Well, I don't like to use the Q word on TV, but it is kind of quiet for now.
Yeah.
Let's look at the LIE. Thank you, Brittany. This is how the LIE is looking. No major issues to report there. We do have some mass transit issues. Weekend path alert. Service between Harrison and Journal Square remains suspended on weekends through November. Free shuttle buses provided between Harrison and Journal Square, Newark Penn and Journal Square. And then we're also taking a look at what's going on if you're taking the Morrison-Essex line or the Gladstone branch for New Jersey Transit trains. Up to 20-minute delays between Milburn and Summit. This is because of an accident that happened near the Summit station a couple of weeks ago. Hudson Line, Poughkeepsie to Grand Central. Super Express trains between Poughkeepsie and Grand Central begin on October 5th. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect, and we'll be back with more traffic news and weather after the break.
To find a movie. I think this might be it. Especially they get to hear me singing.
Yes.
They can't stand it.
That was something. That was something.
We can carry a little tune.
A little bit, but just not on that level. No, not at all. Thank you. Will I be singing outside for this beautiful day? I mean, warmer.
It's nice enough to make you sing. Today is a top 10 day. Top 10 today. Temperatures in the 70s this afternoon. This weekend, warming up to the 80s, mostly sunny. Those temperatures are about 10 degrees above normal for this time of the year. But it feels fall-like this morning, so layers are key. We're in the 40s and the 50s, but the 30s in some locations. 55 in Central Park, northeast winds near 2 miles per hour. Montgomery, 37. It's 38 in Toms River, and 39 for East Hampton, Morristown, and Poughkeepsie. Good morning also in Danbury, stepping out to 42 for you. So let's talk dew points. So this morning it's dry, refreshing. Dew points in the 30s and the 40s. And even though we hit the 80s this weekend, dew points only top out in the 50s. So it's still going to be comfortable. We don't have to worry about higher humidity. Skies are mostly clear, just watching a few high thin clouds. And that will be the case all day. Plenty of sunshine and a few clouds mixing in. High pressure, that's our main weather maker, keeping us dry and keeping keeping all the rainfall away. So we're still very warm tomorrow. Just a copy and paste situation on Sunday. Temperatures again in the lower 80s, plenty of sunshine. And we kick off early next week, Monday and Tuesday, highs near 80 to 82. But I want to show you Tuesday because a cold front approaches and moves through. That could bring us a chance for rainfall as early as Tuesday night, but it looks like we'll see most of the rain on Wednesday with cooler temperatures. And the rain is needed because drought conditions aren't improving across the area. So there's abnormally dry conditions across most of the tri-state, and a moderate drought continues for the boroughs and portions of north and central New Jersey. So we do need measurable rain very soon. And the tropics, watching two spots, a weak area of low pressure near the Bahamas and Miami that has a low chance of becoming tropical. Bottom line, that could bring just extra rainfall to Florida this weekend. Farther out to sea, a tropical wave that will eventually move off the coast of Africa that has a 30% chance of development as it moves west across the Atlantic. So we have plenty of time to track. For us, warming up nicely after a chilly start, temperatures climbing into the 70s, and that's fairly close to normal for this time of the year, just a few degrees above our average level. Southwest breeze ranging from 7 to 14 miles per hour. Tonight, 58, mostly clear, the 40s north and west. And look at tomorrow, 82 again on Sunday. Plenty of sunshine, more the same on Monday. Tuesday, 80 again, but Tuesday night through Wednesday, we'll see some showers, temperatures near 70, and we cool down to 65 on Thursday. The breeze making it feel even cooler. So Heather, this time yesterday there wasn't a lot going on because of the holiday, but how is this morning shaping up?
So I have a question for you. Did you take the leaf peeper train at one point?
I did not, but we usually take a leaf peeping trip. I didn't know there was a train.
Now there's a train.
Oh,
well, there is a train. We've had it, but now you could take advantage of the leaf peeper train. So let's start from the bottom, go to the top. Leaf peeper trains returning, so there's extra service for those heading to the Hudson Valley. Then you have the Super Express trains. They're expected to cut travel times to less than 90 minutes both ways. They begin on October 6th. So this is on the Hudson line between Poughkeepsie and Grand Central. Now, we'll also talk about what's going on with New Jersey Transit. Morrison Essex line, Gladstone branch, up to 20-minute delays between Milburn and Summit. This is because we had a partial derailment that occurred a couple of weeks ago. Here's the LIE going westbound. We do have an accident, and that's around 80th Street. We don't have it on camera, but it's out there. And the BQE Southwest at Queens Boulevard, we do have an accident that is in the process of being cleared away. This is how it looks on the Kosciuszko Bridge. No major issues both directions, so it looks like traffic is going very well there. George Washington Bridge, this is what happens. We're starting to pick up some volume here to that lower level. Almost looks like we may have a car that's starting to stall out there, so we will keep our eye on that. And we have alternate side of the street parking rules in effect. Back to you guys at the desk.
Okay, thanks so much.